morning from our second day in Aomori. We are already out of the city. We are in the prefecture still. And we are here at Hakkoda Mountain ropeway station. Because today we're gonna check out one of the coolest things that they have in the prefecture, which is kind of this snow monster thingy. I hope that they're still around. Essentially, it's just mountains that are snowed, or trees that are snowed in with snow, and they create kind of this kind of snow monster-like appearance. It is starting from this kind of ropeway station. As you can see, there are a lot of people skiing around, because it's also a very popular ski place. But for us, we're just gonna take up the ropeway. I think it takes around 10 minutes, and it takes you 2.5 kilometers all the way to the top. And from there, you have normally a really beautiful view. But as you can see today, it's kind of cloudy. Clouds are breaking a little bit, so we might actually be able to get lucky and be able to see from the top. But yeah, for now it's really cold, so we're just gonna go up. And yeah, I'll also tell you a little bit about the history of this mountain, because it has a little bit of a tragic history. Yeah, I'll tell you that once we get to the top. As you can see, it's really a lot of snow here. So yeah, I'm gonna be enjoying the snow. Yeah, let's go inside. I think Julie already took some refuge inside there. So I hope that you can hear me, because the wind is kind of strong at times. But we are now at the top of Mount Hakkoda, which is, I believe, one of the most 100 famous mountains in Japan. And as you can see, or not see, better said, there is nothing here because it's very foggy today, also very windy. But yeah, normally what you have, these trees, I think we're also a little bit too late, but normally these trees are completely covered in snow and they create this kind of snow monsters. Let me show you a picture of how it normally looks like. But yeah, they kind of create this really beautiful snow monsters. I think it was a little bit, sorry if the wind is picking up, I think it was a little bit too warm recently, that's why it's probably not kind of, yeah, that snow covered anymore. But yeah, this mountain is very popular for skiing. A lot of skiers came up, and also some kind of hikers, like snowshoe trekkers, I guess. Holy shit, it's really windy. So, but yeah, they are going to the top. I wouldn't recommend doing it, because I don't know if you can see it, but you cannot see anything. I can barely see the ropeway station behind me. So yeah, very windy, very bad conditions. And the thing that I mentioned was the incident, which is known as the Mount Hakkoda incident, which happened around 100 years ago. It was a group of Japanese military men who went up here to kind of do some scouting, but as you can see, sometimes the weather gets really bad, and they were caught in a blizzard, and unfortunately 199 of them passed away, which was almost the entire group. It is still today the most kind of deadly hiking or kind of winter hiking accident in the world. And yeah, there is a lot of like signs around here. So there was also a movie made about it. Yeah, for now I think we're just going to stay around, wait for the next ropeway, go down, and we're gonna continue to the next station by bus, which is around 20 minutes away, and there is gonna be an onsen, a hot spring, and it is a shared co-ed onsen, so it means women and men enter together. Let me just start walking back to the station so I can find it while I can still see a little bit. But yeah, it's a co-ed onsen, so men and women can enter together. And it is also very famous for being the onsen where 1,000 people bathe. It's not really quite that, but there's this famous picture. I'll show you. So yeah, it's a big onsen. But yeah, I think I'm just going to enjoy the snow a little bit better. Pick up Julie, who is waiting inside in the warm, and then yeah, we'll just continue going back down. right now at our next stop, which is going to be Tsukayu Onsen. This is a really old and very famous onsen here in Aomori, and it is known as the bath of 1,000 bathers, I believe, because it is said that 1,000 people can fit in the really huge bath inside. So we're gonna go for a dip because, as you can see, it's very cold, and this is also one of the places in the world that has the most amount of snow actually falling over the year. So yeah, should be really cool. It's around 1,000 yen per person, it says, and it is also going to be a shared bath, so we're gonna have to be. It really smells like sulfur here, but yeah, we're gonna go in together. I just finished my small tour in the bath. It was really nice. It was kind of like really big, and because it is so cold outside, as you can probably see, it's like 4 degrees or minus 4 degrees, and the warmth inside, it creates this really beautiful atmosphere with like a lot of fog and mist coming in, and yeah, that was really beautiful. And so, as I mentioned, the bath is kind of gender, well, both genders can enter the bath, but if you're a woman and you are kind of worrying about men seeing you, it's not as bad as it sounds, because it's kind of like 2 pools, and one pool in the middle is kind of split. In that pool you can kind of see, you can see everything, but then there's another pool that has kind of like a wooden wall, and you are actually not able to see behind the wall, so that's only for women, so you can still enter safely. Julie actually went inside right now because she didn't realize that there was that bath around there. And also beyond that, if you go in winter, and right now, as I said, there's a lot of mist, a lot of fog, so you cannot actually see like 5 meters ahead of you. So if you just find a quiet corner, you will still be fine as well, as far as that goes. But yeah, I really recommend it. It's around, as I said, 1,000 yen per person. You get a free towel with it, and there's also some locals available. And there's a bus every 2 hours, so we're just waiting for the next one. It's just gonna be in around 40 minutes, and then we're just gonna come back to Aomori. But before that, I probably wanna go outside, shoot a little bit, because I think the atmosphere is right now really nice. There's this really huge like snow walls that we saw on the way here, so we can get a few pictures of that. But for now, let's just relax, enjoy the warmth inside.
Good.
To Hakkoda?
Hakkoda?
No.
The weather was unfortunate.
And the outside?
Was alright. It stinks bad.
Yeah. So the onsen was smelly, but
Yeah.
I think it was nice getting into the mountain after, into the onsen after the after the cold mountain. I mean, and getting cold and hot mixed up. And yeah, we are back in Aomori City right now. It's just a couple more spots that we're gonna check out. Just right outside of the station, there is this one, which is, how is it called? The museum. Nebuta no Ie Warase, which is normally they have a festival here in August, a very famous, probably the most famous festival in Japan, which is kind of a lantern festival. But yeah, since it's in August, they also have a museum which you can enter and have a look around. And right next to the museum, there's actually a big factory kind of / souvenir store, which we're also gonna check out. So yeah, just a couple more spots in Aomori City. Let's have a look. Check it out. visiting these two places, which you can see behind me is the A factory. It started snowing right now, it looks really beautiful. But yeah, what you can see behind me is the A factory and then the museum. I think the museum was pretty cool. Julie seemed to enjoy it a lot. You can kind of get a glimpse of the history of the Nebuta festival and also see some of the actual floats that they've been using. They are really huge and also really elaborate and also pretty expensive to make. I think it's at around $50,000 per float. And then the other thing right next to it is the A Factory, which is a pretty interesting kind of souvenir store. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the Aomori, the prefecture, is really known in Japan for being the best or the biggest apple producer. So a lot of apple products are being sold here, from fresh apples obviously, apple pie, apple cakes, apple wine, apple juice, and all of the different things you can imagine making with an apple. They sell them here. So we got some for our to go. And yeah, the places are literally next to each other, so you might as well check them out. And they're also really right next to the train station, around 2 minutes walking, so you can pretty easily tick them off if you are in Aomori. And yeah, I think we're just gonna go try to find some local cuisine here, either some fish or maybe some curry. And yeah, it's gonna be it for today and for our time in Aomori. Tomorrow we're gonna continue down to the neighboring Akita prefecture. We're gonna stay in a really beautiful onsen town, one of the best onsen towns, most famous onsen town in Japan.
And buffet.
And buffet, yeah. It's gonna be a buffet food. But yeah, it's gonna be for today. Just gonna leave you with dinner footage as always. And as always, like, subscribe, so we can keep feeding Julie some nice food. Alright, see you next one. Goodbye.
Yeah.